Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to be checking out something a little different. This is it says live huge deadly attack at festival in Canada. So, I'm going to take a wild guess. I might be 100% wrong, but I'm going to have a feeling this is probably going to be an Islamist or some maybe illegal immigrant. It's not going to be just a regular person that's a Canadian. I have a feeling it's going to have something to do, because if you look at the UK, Britain, Germany, France, all of them are having attacks. And it's all from letting the people from Afghanistan, Pakistan, Palestine, all of these people are spreading everywhere. This was all on purpose. The Great Reset. That's all on purpose. But anyhow, guys, let's check this out and see what happened in Canada.
And hello everybody, welcome back to Tousi TV, your global news channel. I am your host Dan, and today we've got some horrific and saddening news coming out of Vancouver, Canada, as there has been a huge, deadly...
What happened? Let me fast forward it some.
Footage from the scene. We're going to be going through police statements. We're going to be going through the twist that has emerged with regard to this incident.
Now, Vancouver is on the East Coast, correct? And I'm sorry, my dog keeps snoring. My bad, guys.
We've also got a video of the alleged suspect. Whilst also going through some parliamentarian responses, including a response from the Prime Minister. As always, guys, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. And in Tousi TV fashion, do get involved in the live chat. We'll be taking your reaction live here on the channel a little bit later on. But let's go through what has happened in Vancouver, Canada. It is absolutely heartbreaking what has occurred. So at least 9 people have been killed after a car was driven into a crowd at a street festival in Vancouver, police have confirmed. Authorities in the western Canadian city said multiple others were injured during the incident, which occurred at approximately 8:14 local time at a street festival. Now, police have said that a 30-year-old male suspect was in custody and that they were confident that this incident was not an act of terrorism. An investigation into what is the incident.
It's not an act of terrorism? Now, how is that? How is it not an act of terrorism when they drove into... What?
Is currently ongoing. Police said that the suspect had driven into pedestrians at the annual Lapu-Lapu Festival, which celebrates Filipino culture at East 43rd Avenue and Fraser in the south of Vancouver. Now, Vancouver's police interim chief told a news conference that there had been 1 vehicle and 1 suspect involved in the incident. He said...
Now, if you notice, even here in America, like, what was his name? What's his name? Damn it! It just left me. Carmelo or whatever that stabbed a white dude down in Texas. Oh, it was it wasn't self-defense. Nothing was done to the kid. They try to twist it now. Had the white kid stabbed a black man, that would have been, well, it was, what was it? Act of violence? No, racist. Damn it! Whenever you do something because it's racist, what is it called? It's not an act of violence, I know that. But anyway, they try to turn it. It's always a racism and this and that, and it'll be a Trump supporter. But when it's the black guy stabbing a white kid because the black guy was in the wrong tent with a weapon at school, which is already not allowed. And now this right here, it's not a terror attack. Just drove over 9 people. I mean, come on now.
He said more details would be released in the morning. Now, it's the...
Yeah, you know why it'll be released in the morning? They got to get their story together to come up with some bullshit to try to feed to the Canadians.
Early hours, of course, in Vancouver, so we will need to wait a little bit of time before we do get more of a light shone on what has actually happened. But as stated, it's already heartbreaking enough. Several injured, 9 people confirmed dead. We've got a bit of footage from the scene of the SUV that was used to drive into the...
Dude, how do you kill 9 people and injure more? Like, Dude. Hell, I think my car would fuck up if I damn went and hit people like that.
This crowd of people at the festival and some of the aftermaths of the scene. Now, note, obviously, there is a lot of videos going around on X at this moment in time, and they are far too graphic, and I do not want to share them here on YouTube out of respect for the victims. So I have got a bit of a clipped up version.
But then again, you got to think. People need to see it and see what is actually happening. Not, yeah, I feel bad for the people and their families, but at the same time, this is getting ridiculous. Just January 1st, we had people driving through crowds, hitting people, had cars set on fire at the Trump Towers. Dude, all over the world, you got a bunch of idiots that are always the radical left, every time, doing this shit. You need to put it out there so the regular people can see what's actually happening. Don't cover it up because you want to protect other people's feelings. This feeling shit, people need to learn how to toughen up, be a fucking man. I don't give a damn about your feelings. And people need to get over that. That's what all these kids growing up without their dad in their house, they're being raised by a woman, and a woman they care, they nurture, and the kid gets raised off of straight feelings, and it is fucking them up. Because I've worked with people I couldn't stand, but as long as they did the job that they needed to do so I can do mine, I ain't give a shit. Now you got other people, oh, he looked at me wrong, and then, man, I'm telling you, dog, we got to fix this in this country, man.
Of some of the aftermath of the scene. Have a watch.
Wow. See, that's what I was wondering, because I was like, how'd you drive over 9 people and injure however many more? Like, the hood of his car, shit, my shit would have been all fucked up. People would have been in the seats, car would have fallen apart. And listen, I mean, in Canada, I know they speak French, and I know they speak English, but I swear I was just hearing Spanish because, let's do the Great Reset and throw a bunch of people, millions of them, from dirt poor dust towns in third world, fourth world countries, and just slam them in here. That way we can raise the cost of housing. We can lower how much we pay people, get rid of the middle class, make them poor. Then you got the rich elites, and then you got the dead, broke, and poor. And that's how they want it, and they want to keep it that way. Well, Donald Trump has screwed that all up. It's getting straightened out, and now the World Economic Forum, they're falling apart. And it's great. It needs to fall apart. I'm sorry. Look, I'm not racist, but I'm going to tell you now, if you're Pakistani, if you're Palestine, if you're any of that, and if you're an Islamic or extreme Islamist, I don't want to be around you, Holmes. You can call me racist, call me what you want. Look at the track record y'all got. How many times y'all always blowing something up, crashing into people, crashing planes, and then these motherfuckers want nuclear weapons. Man, fuck you, Iran. You ain't getting shit. You can't be good the way you are. You're like a 13-year-old kid. You tell them not to do something, and the dumbass go and do it anyway, over and over and over. And then this we gonna make these nuclear. Man, you about to have your whole country blown the fuck up. It's gonna be like the Grand Canyon in that bitch, cause you ain't got no doors on any of them tunnels with all their little missiles in there. It's gonna take one. It's gonna set off a chain reaction and knock that bitch in the dirt.
Oh my God, you're alive!
Now, unfortunately, that's all we've really got in terms of footage from the actual scene itself, because as
you tell it, well, he said there were some graphical ones. I'm going to say, as many people that always got their phones out, you telling me there ain't nothing where you can see, like, where the crowd was? Were they anywhere, like, was he in the middle of the street, or did he go off and hit people?
Stated, it is very graphic. However, following, of course, this attack, there has been a video emerge of the alleged suspect. Again, we cannot confirm.
Let's see what it is, see if I'm wrong.
However, this is the video that is surfacing from reputable news sources from Canada. This is the individual.
Well, call me racist if you want, but I was fucking right. I was dead on He's just sitting there looking stupid. Why ain't somebody knocking his ass out? You just killed 9 people, dog. I'd be fucking him up, son.
Now, this clip, of course, does match up with the police description of an Asian man in his 30s, and as stated...
Hold on, was he Asian? He looked like he was from South America. Let me see.
Now, this clip, of course, does match up with the police description of an Asian man in his 30s. And as stated, the police currently confirmed that this is not terror-related at this moment in time.
Yes, it
now, I've got
is.
a bit of reaction, of course.
Okay, I need to know how they're saying if something is terror-related and if it's not. Now, just for instance, if that was a Trump supporter, would it be terror-related? If that was... Let's see, if that was a Jewish person, you're telling me that they wouldn't say it's a terrorist thing? Because you know they keep pushing Palestine over the Jews, which is bullshit. But man, I don't understand what the media is doing, guys. Y'all tell me in the comments what you think.
Of course, from Canadian Parliament, so people like Pierre Poilievre and of course the Prime Minister. But I also want to go through this footage of the City Councillor, of course, breaking down in tears, talking about the aftermath of this incident. Have a watch.
I was here earlier. This was a fantastic day here in South Hill. Lapid Day Festival was amazing, and everybody's having such a great time. And so I heard the news and came here. I'm pretty choked up.
And see, it doesn't affect them until it does. Like, they've let all these illegals in all these countries, and they think it will not reach their neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? And then by the time it does hit their neighborhood, then it's too late, because they live up on the little hill in their little mansions looking down on us peasants. So they act, oh, ain't nothing going on, as long as they got, you know, their bodyguards, security, and all that to keep them nice and safe. Meanwhile, the rest of us having to deal with the shit day by day. And damn, then when it finally gets to where they can see it in front of them, or it hits someone in their family, like their cousin, sister, something like that, then it hits them. But it's too late by then, because you done let so many motherfuckers in, it's going to be a bitch to get them out. And he should be choked up. He helped all this happen because of the illegals that are in the country. Just like here, we had Haitians running over people. People can't get insurance on their car because it's so high, because you got people coming into the country being given a driver's license and they can't drive. They can't speak English. They're eating cats. Like, dude, I seen the video of the chick. She was picking cat's hair out of her mouth. The fuck out of here, man. That was some bullshit. And then the media, of course, tried to cover it up. I'm sorry, guys. This right here is one of the subjects that kind of irritate me, because growing up, I would have loved to go to France and seen the Eiffel Tower and the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and I would have loved to go over there. Yeah, some of my ancestors on one side is from over there. The other side is Native American. I'm Cherokee. But I used to want to go over there. But nowadays, man, you couldn't pay me to go over there. Fuck that place. You can't even put a message on Facebook. And if it offends the right person, your ass going to jail. And that right there is bullshit. And Donald Trump should tariff the fuck out of them, because he told old boy about freedom of speech. And people were getting locked up for damn text letters. If you don't like what it says, keep scrolling. What is the deal?
I don't even
Cry,
know what to say.
motherfucker. Cry.
This was a great day. Wonderful event. Huge community event.
And then an illegal
And
come and
have
drove
any
over
tragedy like this,
all
it
these
won't
people
break
and ruin
us
their
or the
lives.
community, but
I mean, only 9 people died, and then those people had 40 people in their family, so now you're doing 9 times 4. Oh, good grief. We're looking at 360 people. Just, their lives are all fucked up now because of you motherfuckers right there.
We also got some eyewitness accounts, of course, from people on the ground that were vendors at the festival, the street festival, of course, celebrating Lapu Lapu Day, a Filipino festive occasion.
Filipino.
And this is what one of the...
That's what that guy was then, because I was going to say he looked like he was more South American. He didn't look like a Asian, like Chinese, but Filipino. I've seen some darker Filipinos, so I got that.
Food vendors had said that...
I didn't even know there was a Filipino holiday.
An owner of a food truck selling bao buns said, the guy he killed was some of my customers. There were people waiting for their buns that got...
And now I guarantee you in the back of his mind, he's thinking if I could have got them their food a little bit faster, they might have been out of the way and be alive now. I guarantee you that dude is thinking that. Because you see your customers die right in front of you? Yeah, that's going to be one of them things.
Got hit. Another said, I stepped outside my food truck and just saw bodies underneath people's food trucks, husbands crying out for their wives and their kids. It was just horrible.
And see, I don't know y'all's gun laws up in Canada, but if somebody would have had a gun, they could have shot that motherfucker and the car would have stopped. I'm sorry. I'm straight for guns. Everybody should have one. Even if you're scared of them, you should have one. Someone pulls a knife out, someone pulls a gun out, and everyone around him has a gun. He knows damn well he's about to get dropped. But this whole, we need to get rid of guns. It ain't, guns don't get up and go shoot somebody. The person's got the issue.
So that's what some people on the ground have said. And now in terms of people in terms of the Prime Minister of Canada, Mark Carney, he has came out and stated this
fucking clown.
in regard to it in terms of his reaction. He stated, I am devastated to hear about the horrific events at the Lapu.
That motherfucker ain't devastated. The motherfucker can't even make a sentence without going, He should type, in his messages. And I guarantee you, someone under him typed that message. He didn't do it.
Lapu Festival in Vancouver earlier this evening. I would like deepest condolences to the loved ones of these killed and injured.
I bet you he don't call the families. I bet you he don't see them. I bet you that message is as much as he does for them. Doofus.
To the Filipino-Canadian community and to everyone in Vancouver, we are all mourning with you. We are monitoring the situation closely and thankful to our first responders.
Monitoring the situation closely and thanks to your first responders, but this ain't a terror attack. This is a person that just couldn't drive and he happened to be brown and from another country, but it's not terror.
For their swift action. So that's what the Prime Minister of Canada has said with regard to this horrific attack. And as stated, guys, we won't know the full scale of what has happened until tomorrow. I think in Vancouver it's currently the early hours of the morning. Investigations are currently ongoing, but the individual responsible for this has been placed into police custody. Of course, they are saying at this moment in time that it is not terror related. So take of that what you will.
Then why did he do
guys,
it?
I want to get into the live chat. Take your...
Is getting hit by a car terror? Would that scare you? You terrorized. You just killed 9 people, dog. You may not have done it for Allah or whatever, but you did it, and it's terrorism. People are going to be scared to walk down to any street during any event because of dumbasses like him.
Your reaction from this. Of course, for those of you that are regulars here on Tousi TV, may not know me myself. Obviously, Maya is out in Israel at this moment in time, and I will be covering him when he can't do live streams, and I'll be doing the occasional video here. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Dan, and it's lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Dan. I'm Nubs.
Well, but let's go through some reaction from all of you guys here in the live chat. Trina says, shocking news to hear some poor families have lost their loved ones. I mean, this is something that's happening quite a lot. We've seen it happen in Europe a lot.
Exactly. That is my point. It is fucking terrorism. Kick all these foreigners the fuck out of your country. You can call it racism. You can call it nationalism, whatever. It is a country that has borders, and those people have lived there. Their ancestors lived there. These people are coming from other shithole countries, and they're fucking everything up, and the white people are being way too nice about it. And it's getting to a point to where people are starting to lose their fucking shit because we're tired of it. And thank God Donald Trump won this election. I mean, I'm glad they cheated to get old Biden in last time, because that showed Trump all this stuff, and he come in, started kicking doors down, kicking people out, getting shit done. I'm telling you, a lot of people are getting tired, and it ain't just whites. Blacks are getting tired of it. We're tired of the thug shit, and y'all gonna push the silent majority. Y'all gonna push us to a point to where we snap and all you motherfuckers disappear.
Over the last couple of months, car being used as the choice of weapon to carry out these horrific and senseless.
Yeah, because they don't want to hurt themselves. They don't want to use their hands.
And now we've started to see it, of course, go into Northern America, this time into Canada. So again, it seems like a very popular method to inflict pain on.
It's funny. Oh, my bad. It's funny. Canadians and fucking the British, Germans, the French, they all talk about us having a gun issues and shootings. Like, bruh, y'all having problem with kitchen knives, dog. Y'all are having problem with ghost knives. A knife. That's y'all's issue. So, y'all gonna get rid of all the knives? Y'all gonna ban them? Then what are you gonna do after that? Have to get rid of all the shoestrings, all the ropes, all the plastic bags. You're going to have to get rid of anything and everything that someone can use to kill themselves or someone else. A gun just does it faster, and you got a lot of idiots that don't know how to use them properly. If you would make everything legal, let people shoot, teach them how to use it, it will change everything. And thank God they're making the laws the way it should be on guns down here. Because, see, I'm a felon. And that made it where I had no gun rights. But it wasn't a violent felony. It was just a drug charge. And the thing is, it was entrapment on top of that. Anyhow, that's beside the point, not here or there. But now they're making it to where if it's not a violent felony, you didn't hurt nobody or anything like that, you will have your gun rights reinstated. And that is amazing. And I think everyone and their mama should carry one. Because that dude in that car would have been dropped in first person he hit, he'd have been popped. That'd have been it.
Individuals at a large scale. Now, of course, if you're looking at and reading between the lines, people were stating, or the police are stating, that it is not terror related.
It is too.
So you'd probably have to go down the mental health route. But of course, we're not going to speculate at this moment in time here on.
Yeah, because it's racist when it's a brown person. That is so racist.
But we will be keeping up to date. That is
dumb
sure.
white liberal bitches. Tell me what y'all think about these motherfuckers. Please.
Scott says, not terror. What do they call it then? An accident. Well, if the video footage of the alleged suspect, of course, is true.
It is a brown person. They made a boo-boo. Now, had it been one of them colonizing white men that everyone wants to move to those colonized countries because their country sucks assholes, then it would be terror. You motherfuckers need to learn, you liberal pricks. I'm so sick of a liberal. I'm so tired of liberal white women always talking shit about the white man. Meanwhile, their dad's white, their husband's white, and even if it's a black liberal, their husband's white. It's like, shut the fuck up. It ain't racist when you're sitting there in Congress talking to the nation on camera. That is not oppression, bitch. You're up there running your fucking mouth. And I'm talking about, oh, crack it. Crack of shit, crack it.
True, and again, I want to reaffirm it's being shared by a lot of reputable news sources throughout Canada. A lot of reputable accounts, of course, are sharing this footage of this individual. He does look Filipino descent, maybe putting the two together, of course, Filipino festival, etc., etc. But if you know the Philippines well, they actually do have an Islamic terrorist organization of
Thank you. And see, I didn't know they had a. I've noticed Islamic people are spreading, like ISIS is in Africa and places like that, which before Biden got in office, I didn't think they were down in Africa like that. And I didn't, like, the Iran's having a big uprising where it's Christians there and they're trying to get rid of this Islamic bullshit. You're following some dude that lived 500 years after Jesus Christ, and yet he followed Jesus Christ and says he was a Messiah or some shit, and then he kept his 11-year-old granddaughter living with him to test to see if he could go without sleeping with her. What kind of shit? This is the motherfucker y'all following. For real, no one would follow this dude until he did some fucking little war shit. I can't remember what it was, but he went into war and he beat somebody, and then it become big. And it's like, all y'all are is terror. You're worshiping a false god. Hate me if you want.
Of course, that do operate in the south of the country. They are, I believe, a string of ISIS. So I do believe, again, I'm not speculating, but they do have that within the Philippines as well. Let's take some more reaction from this, guys.
And they truly hate it because our countries are better than theirs and everything's going better for us, and they fucking hate it. So they want to tear it down, and then they think they're going to get 72 virgins. I don't know why you would want, I would want 72 hoes, yo. I mean, because I ain't going to have to try to teach 72 virgins on what to do, and ow, it hurts. You know what I'm saying? Why you, man, come on now.
Raven Ray says, Filipino from Manila here. Heard the news early evening after I got home from church.
Okay.
I really do feel for you. A big loss within the Filipino community out in Canada. Absolutely disgusting.
It ain't,
it really, really is.
They probably didn't know each other.
But again, I do.
Who did he kill?
People.
Was it Filipinos?
Philippines, and of course in Canada, it's an attack on the Filipino community in Canada.
Because I know here, like Cinco de Mayo, there'll be white people all over the place. We celebrate Cinco de Mayo more than the Mexicans do. So that's why I'm saying, who died? Was it white people that died? Was it Filipino? Was it both? I mean, not that that matters. He wasn't like targeting, but this is a terror attack. I don't see where they're getting their fucking definition from. 9 people died and more were injured. His hood was almost through his windshield. The dude did it on purpose and then stood outside looking like a moron. I don't know how nobody swung on that bitch. His jaw would have been laying on the floor if I was there.
A flower of a name says, people who are experiencing psychosis look a certain way, their facial expressions, how they walk. The Filipino guy, they say, is the attacker, looks psychotic.
Looks like he was medicated.
Had a delusion. Possibly. Again, for those of you just tuning in, I will show you that video footage again, and you can see it for yourself. But this is the alleged attacker, of course.
Look how dazed he looks.
Rammed these people over.
Look at him. He looks like he's lost. Or he's afraid he's about to get hurt. How's somebody not knocking this dude out? It looks like mostly white people there. There's some Filipinos though. I want to know why they're protecting that motherfucker. He just killed 9 people. Please, someone, and please, I want someone to comment and tell me, what, would you do the same thing I say I do? Would you be all calm standing there like these people? Would you, or would you have to be doing something about it until the police get there and take that motherfucker away? He going to jail. He gonna be hurt when he get there. Man, soft.
Now, the comment that we just brought up there stating, they have a certain look. They look like mentally.
Look like he paranoid as fuck because somebody should be knocking him out.
All his screws in place. So it looks like he's got a few screws loose and certainly looks mentally ill. So it probably would coincide in what the police are currently telling us with regard to.
And where were the police? I mean, you got a parade, a celebration, or whatever going on. One, the streets should have definitely been blocked off after all the people that's been driving in the crowds. 2, Where were the police at? I didn't see not one cop in that entire thing. This dude's outside the car at a fence with people standing around him, protecting him, I guess, and there wasn't a single fucking cop. That's some weak shit. Great Britain, damn Germany, France, Canada, y'all some straight pussies, bitch. Y'all truly are. And I hate it. Y'all shouldn't be like that. Y'all need to stand the fuck up.
To this attack in Canada. Jojo UK says, this is disgusting. Prayers to the families of the lost ones. Exactly. 1,000%. I echo that. No one in particular says, driver looks confused and dazed, potentially epileptic. Potentially. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's certainly probably going down that...
Yeah, but, hitting one person's one thing. Y'all seen the hood on that thing. The hood was crumpled up to the windshield. He couldn't even see, and he was still running over people. All you gotta do is take your foot off the pedal and throw it in park, man. Just take your foot off the pedal, period. I don't want to hear these bullshit excuses, dog. I'm going to let a few more comments go, and then I'm going to go ahead and stop it so that way it ain't such a long video. And plus, I just can't take this pussy. Dude, it's so much pussy shit in the world, and it's so annoying, man. White people are getting ran over like they ain't shit. They don't stand up for nothing. There's some that will. In America, we were getting pushed like a motherfucker. Let me know what you guys think. I want to know if someone comments. I'll definitely respond to it.
Down that line, if you're looking and reading in between the lines of what the authorities are stating, that it kind of does look like
them authorities, man, they lying like a motherfucker.
Potentially go down the route of mentally ill. Now, I just want to get a bit more reaction from the Parliament out in Canada, the government in Canada, on what
that sit up on their high heels in their mansion. There you go, right
the
there.
leader of Canada's new Democratic Party and candidate for Prime Minister.
How the fuck y'all got this bitch in y'all's fucking Parliament? Motherfucker making videos on how he does his fucking turban. Fuck that thing. Take it the fuck off.
In Monday's election.
If you love that shit so much, go back to your country and wear it. Don't bring it over here, bitch.
Had addressed the crowd at the Filipino festival earlier in the day. He said, he later told the news, "I'm horrified to learn that innocent people had lost their lives." Now, Conservative leader Pierre Pulliver said he was shocked by the horrific news emerging from Vancouver's Lapu-Lapu festival tonight. He added, "My thoughts are with the Filipino community and all of the victims targeted by this senseless attack."
Now, see, if it happened at one of his rallies, or if it hit one of his people, or if it come close to hitting him, it would be another whole story. It would be completely different response. What's the deal with posting fucking bullshit on the internet? That does nothing. Just like the protest, standing outside with a fucking sign talking about a war that's on the other side of the world. Get in the airplane, take your ass over there, and you help out Hamas. You love them so much, leave here, get the fuck out, take all your buddies with you, and go over there and throw stones, whatever you can find, to help Hamas. Fuck Palestine too. Now, the Palestinian people, yes, there's plenty of nice, good ones. But it's the damn extremists. It's the Hamas ones. Those are the issue. And anyone standing out there holding a sign for them motherfuckers can kiss my ass.
We will, of course, have already taken a reaction from the Canadian Prime Minister as well. And, of course, you've seen the City Councillor, of course, breaking down in tears in a TV interview. It is absolutely heartbreaking. But when is enough enough? When can you try and stop these things from happening? We're losing innocent lives.
See, like, he's saying exactly what I've been saying. You're pushing everybody to a spot to where eventually it's going to explode. And when the silent majority stands up and lets loose, it's going to be devastating. Shit gonna get knocked out the park. You won't see a single person with blue hair. I guarantee motherfucking it. You just won't. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video right here. Let me know what you think. Tell me what you want me to comment or react to, and I'll hop right on that. I hope y'all all have a beautiful day. Be safe. Make sure you're good. Protect yourself. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take it easy, guys.